Okay, this is me just sort of updating about what's going on with my mental health and also the interpersonal therapy. Yesterday I had my therapy appointment and it really didn't go well. It was awful. I wasn't feeling great anyway. I mean, since the therapy appointment that was before Christmas, because there'd been such a big gap until the next one, I'd just been sort of left to try and cope on my own. And I have used my support network and stuff. You know, I've been trying to reach out to friends and just being as honest and open as I can be, which is really tough. But I knew of not being feeling very well, like not feeling completely in control, and I've just been having more bad thoughts and they've been stronger, and it's becoming like urges. I don't know how detailed I should be really on this video because I know it could be quite triggering. Anyway, I haven't said this on this account, but I have mentioned it on some other like social media accounts. But for about a year I've been thinking I could have this, but I suppose it's stigma attached to it and worrying that maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm just gonna like offend people with that diagnosis or whatever. But basically for over a year now I've been wondering whether it could be borderline personality disorder that I have. And I mean, this wasn't just me going on NHS Choices, doing a quick search and trying to make the symptoms fit me. You know, I try to critically look at the symptoms and say, am I really feeling like that? Have I really felt like that for that long? But when I looked through the symptoms of that, it really fit. It was like it was telling my life story to me, you know. And it's like things made sense, like why I was a certain way, why I did certain things, because I struggle to understand myself and to know what kind of person I am. And like rambling a lot about stuff. I probably don't make a lot of sense, and it's just I'm trying to be open, but I don't know where to start. And like when I'm feeling like I need to be talking about stuff, my head is just full of emotion and that, and it just needs to come out, and I don't know how to describe it. It just needs to come out like now. So yeah, I get that with like the intense emotions. It's like it almost hurts, like it's gonna burst out of my head, you know. But there's other days where I feel, I keep thinking to myself, I'm like a shell of a human. I'm not human. I just feel really empty and just nothing, basically nothing. And those times, as well as times where I get really anxious and panicky, I can dissociate. So again, it's that time where it's like I'm not real, I'm not human. I'm watching this person who's supposed to be me, talking, and oh gosh, I'm feeling like this now actually. I'm trying to focus. Yeah, it's like I'm watching this person talking and I'm not sure if I'm in control of them. But yeah, I finally said to the therapist, okay, I know I haven't spoken about it before, but this is what I think I have. And I was trying to explain why, like going through the criteria. You know, if, as far as I'm aware, there's like 9 symptoms or signs, and you have to have at least 5 for that diagnosis to be considered. But of course there's overlapping, and I know a lot of symptoms of that can be explained by depression, but it doesn't, you know, it can still also mean it's BPD. And I know that I've been called quite needy in the past, and maybe I am. I know I rely on people a lot. I don't want to have to, but like friends, relationships, I know I get this rush of feelings like, God, you're brilliant, you know, you get me. But if someone does something that means that I feel like I'm seeing them in a different light, I feel like I can't trust them, I just want to cut off contact. And I've tried not to be so quick to react, but it's very hard, because once you feel like you can't trust someone anymore, that's it. You know, you can't talk to them anymore, you can't properly engage with them, because it's like, well, how can I open up to you about anything if I can't trust you? And that's kind of how I felt about the therapist, because I should warn that this is like what he said, it's a stigmatizing sort of thing about the borderline personality disorder, and oh my god, I was shocked when I heard him say it. So yeah, if you find it difficult to like hear about this stuff, then, you know, don't carry on watching the video, because I don't want to be upsetting anybody. But what he said was, even though he agreed that the kind of symptoms that I had did sound like BPD, it seems he doesn't believe that that's a true condition, if that's the right term. He said that borderline personality disorder is something that psychiatrists diagnose you with if they don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, how did he come to that idea? I really don't know. It's an established diagnosis. There's specific treatment that's recommended. There's certain diagnostic criteria. It's not just a case of I feel awful but I don't fit the boxes of these conditions. It's not that. There's actual specific symptoms, and yeah, you get like misdiagnosis and stuff, and it could be that they're wrong and that it's something else that you have, but it doesn't mean that that doesn't exist. I know this annoys me a lot. I have friends with BPD, and you know, like, don't mess with my friends, don't invalidate their experiences, or you'll have me to deal with. Yeah. But yeah, that's the main thing. I was also saying about how I felt like I needed more support. I didn't say exactly like from who or whatever, but it's the struggle to navigate mental health services and needing a point of contact that's something other than crisis team, because I don't trust crisis team. Like, I've rang them or had assessments with them before, and I just left feeling worse because they just haven't helped. They've just been like, sorry, back to CBT you go. And it's just like a vicious circle of getting therapy doesn't work, being told to try it again. And I thought things would be so different with this interpersonal therapy. And maybe it's to do with the therapist or something, I don't know, but the fact that I feel like I can't trust him because of his ideas on BPD, and the fact that he dismissed so many things that I said that it was worrying me, because okay, and a trigger warning for self-harm, but it's been getting worse. I feel sort of like I'm losing control, and I hate that. it scares me losing control. You know, I want to be in control of my own mind, and I'm trying so hard. But I just don't feel well at the moment. Anyway, I went to see, so the therapist said at the end of the session, he did arrange an appointment for me for next week, but I'm going to cancel it. I'm not going to go back. But he did say if I'm really struggling, like feel that I'm not safe or whatever, then to get referred to secondary care. I'm at primary care at the moment, and I just don't think it's enough for me. I didn't think I could self-refer. As far as I'm aware, you have to get like a healthcare professional or whatever to refer you. So I thought I'd better make an appointment with my GP. So I had an appointment with my GP today, and I tell you, she may not know a lot about mental health, especially this condition, but she listened to me a lot more than my therapist did, which surely it shouldn't be like that. It should be the therapist is better at listening, because they're the ones that are trained in certain things and know a bit more about mental health. But she said, okay, it's going to be a long wait. It's going to be like 9 months or so. And I said, okay, I know that. But she said she'd get in contact with my therapist if I was okay with that, and I was like, alright. So she did, and it's a case of like, right, do I need to just see a different therapist but still be in primary care if it turns out that they don't think I need to be considered for assessment for BPD, or do we need to get in touch with the community mental health team and maybe be assessed by a psychiatrist to see if there's any other help I can get. So she said she'd ring them, and she did it quite quickly. She got through to them quite quickly, and I had a call from the therapist earlier on today. I really didn't want to talk to him, but I had to, you know, if I want anything to be done, I had to just face it. But that was nice, you know, I was polite, but I stood my ground, and that's something I'm finding really hard to do, but I'm better at doing it now. Stood my ground, and he was asking me what kind of help I needed, and I was like, well, I feel like I need more support than just like therapy sessions. Struggling to navigate mental health services, maybe something like a community psychiatric nurse or a care coordinator or some point of contact, and that I still want to be assessed for BPD. And I said, you know, if I'm assessed and it turns out that it's not that, that's fair enough, but at least hear me out. So yeah, TikTok at it. Oh, I've been so on edge, I just want to like yell, but it's taking all my strength to just be calm and polite and just, but still be assertive without being rude with it. It's so hard, 'cause I can't like express myself properly. I'm just all sort of coiled up, you know. But anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. He said that he'd get in touch with his colleagues, and I might get a call from the community mental health team today to see what they can do for me, if anything. So I don't know, I just hope that something's gonna happen, that I'm at least gonna get an assessment. At the moment I feel like if they don't do anything more to help, or at least try to, then I don't know, I feel like I'm just going to talk myself out of going to mental health services. I know that's like the thing I really shouldn't do, but I'm so tired of trying to get people to listen to me and to be believed. And I mean, I know this cuts to services, but you know, it still should get the appropriate treatment and the right diagnoses and stuff, because otherwise what's the point? So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And yesterday I was all on edge. I suppose this morning I was as well, but today I know I'm not, but I feel defeated. I feel like I'm never going to get the right help that I need, and it makes me question myself, like maybe I'm fine and I've just managed to convince myself that I'm not. But why would I want to feel like this? You know, I'm not saying I'd love to have any particular condition. I just want to get the help that I need, and I want to know that I'm getting the right diagnoses. I need answers, you know, and I need to be taken seriously. So yeah, I might do an updates video, just probably a quick one to let you know what's going on, but I just felt I needed to post something just to say what was going on, and I suppose to capture how I'm feeling at the moment, because it's not good at all, and I'm so exhausted, but I'm trying to be strong, and I guess that's all I can do at the moment. So okay, well, I'll leave it there, and there'll be another vlog up soon.